CF Reus, perhaps the most highly requested rebuild in rebuild history, and there's a good reason for it as well. After failing to pay the wages of 6 squad members, the club have been banned from competing professionally in Spain for 3 years. Insane. Funnily enough, there is only one player currently contracted to the club as well, Rafael Guzzo. So if ever a club needed a rebuild, it was CF Reus. We are traveling to beautiful, sunny Spain today as we aim to rebuild CF Reus. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome to perhaps the most difficult and highly requested rebuild we have ever done on the channel. 1-star CF Reus. They are a club in turmoil, and we are here to take them over. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's episode, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, if you are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We are on the charge for 300,000 subscribers. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. So this is what our starting 11 looks like for season number 1. It is a completely made up squad, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure none of these players exist. None of them have a star head, so there is a lot of work to do. Compared to the rest of the second division of Spanish football, this is an extremely weak side. We are in for a very, very tough season, but in terms of improvements, we don't have much money to work with, about £2 million. I'm going to be going for a new striker, potentially a new goalkeeper, and then maybe this season a new right midfielder. But anyways, let's get rid of these players. Let's get a new whole batch in. A tough rebuild begins now. So our first signing is going to come in the striker role. Thomas Sandoval is joining us here for £800,000. The Argentinian striker signs on a 1-year deal. Nobody wants to sign long-term deals at CF Reus, but we have picked up a quality striker here. And a new goalkeeper joins us here. A new number 1, Yvan Diouf, coming across here. The Frenchman signs from Troyes for £450,000. I have decided to go in for a new centre-back here instead of a right midfielder. Jason Kerr joining us here. He has come across from St. Johnson for £950,000. So we've had 3 pieces of business happen this window. Sandoval, Diouf and Kerr into the side. Definitely upgrades to our side. But the big question is, how are we going to go this season? Our board objective is to not finish in the bottom kind of part of the table. But honestly, looking at our squad, we're probably going to get last. My big goal is just not to get sacked this season. So yeah, we are in a very, very tough position right now. Halfway through the season, well, on the 1st of January, we find ourselves sitting in 17th position. Obviously, we can't get relegated, but I'm just worried about the board sacking us if we finish too low. But 17th position on 21 points. To be fair, we're only 11 points out of the playoffs, but that is the furthest thing from my mind at the moment. I just do not want to get sacked in season 1. So we haven't done any business this window. I've spent January trying to renew contracts because there were a lot of players that we could have lost on free deals, but we've secured most of them. We're in an interesting position. Obviously, don't really care about how we finish in the league as long as we don't get relegated. Oh, sorry, I should say sacked. Hopefully, I'll see you at the end of season 1. So after multiple messages from the board letting me know that I'm about to get sacked, we have survived season 1 here with Reus, finishing in 17th position. 47 points isn't too bad. We've had a very mediocre season in the grand scheme of things though, as Cadiz and Granada are going up automatically, and those 4 sides there fighting it out for the final spots in La Liga. Valencia have won the Copa de España over Real Betis. Deportivo will be heading back up to La Liga. It's an all-Spanish Champions League final, an El Clasico as Real Madrid are crowned champions, and Juventus take down Liverpool on penalties to win the Europa League. So that is season 1 done with CF Reus. honest, it's been a grind, but we have survived, almost getting sacked numerous times. Let's crack on with Season 2 and continue to put the foundations into the club. A bit of Japanese influence here as we get into Season 2. Kaito Nakamura joining us here from Gamba Osaka. £1.4 million for the Japanese right midfielder. He is going to be a key player for this rebuild for the foreseeable future. And a man with some La Liga experience joining us in our backline here. It is Juan Barrocal joining us from Sevilla. £900,000 for the Spaniard. So we have sold Albert Miravent to Benevento in Syria for £760,000. Another upgrade to the squad, this time on the left-hand side of the midfield as we sign Pedro Neto from SC Braga. We bring in the Portuguese winger for £1.4 million. And a second player departure as Xavi Fabra heads to O'Higgins for £350,000. So another very active transfer window here. Nakamura, back Barrocal and Neto into the club. Miravent and Fabra out of it. And again, our starting 11 continues to improve. All about the foundations. Let's see how Season 2 unfolds. How are we doing worse than we did at this stage last season? Our squad is much better, but we find ourselves in 20th position, again in the firing line of the board. That is not what we're after at all. What is going on? I guess we're just going to keep our heads down and continue to improve the squad, but damn, this rebuild is proving to be tough. Yeah, no surprise that I haven't done any business this window. We were stretched for cash after that busy opening window. I always feel like when I have crazy opening windows, we do nothing for the rest of the season. So now it's just all down to results. How will we finish Season 2? So yeah, Season 2 hasn't gone to plan. I thought maybe we'll slowly edge our way up towards mid-table, but we've taken a step back. We finish in 20th position, which I'm pretty sure would have seen us relegated if there was the third division in FIFA. We finish in 20th position, which is, yeah, this rebuild's tough. Malaga get automatically promoted with Rayo Vallecano, those sides remaining having to fight it out for the final spot. Atletico Madrid do win the Copa de España. Rayo Valladolid do go back up to La Liga. Barcelona win the Champions League over Manchester United. And Tottenham, they take down Valencia to win the Europa League. So a disappointing second season. In terms of off the field business, I think we killed it. But on the field, very surprised that we finished so poorly. We need to start making moves on the field in Season 3. An American has signed for us here as we bring in James Sands as our opening signing of Season number 3. The American had a release clause of £2.5 million, which we have definitely activated, so we've signed him from New York City FC. We have sold Gerard Thomas to Shamrock Rovers in Ireland for £260,000. We have sold Oriol Ayala to Sanfrecce Hiroshima, I don't even know how I got that wrong. Hiroshima in the J League, £500,000 for his services. Rafik Guaitan is our new central attacking midfielder. We have stretched basically our whole budget here to bring in the Frenchman under value as well. £3.4 million from Stade Rennais. That is a fantastic pickup for our midfield. 2 players in, 2 players out this window. Our midfield gets a serious upgrade. Very excited to see how our squad progresses this season, and we've almost got rid of all of the no-face starting 11 players. We've only got Villa, we've got Reina and Henry left in our starting 11. All the rest of the players actually have faces, which is nice to see, except for the subs and reserves. But like I said, I do not know how we're going to go this season. Hopefully we start to make our way up the table. I said I wanted improvement this season, and to be fair, we have made improvement by 2 spots in the table. The good thing is though, we've kind of broken away from that bottom 4 pack, and we're actually in a good position if we can string some wins together to get up to those mid-table spots. That's really the goal for this season, mid-table. And I was thinking about it, I was like, if for some grace of God that I got promoted, I'd probably go straight back down because our squad is not La Liga standard. So this is realistic, and this is probably better for us in the long term, because once we get to La Liga, if we do get there, I want to stay up there and I want to have a good squad that can survive and thrive. We've hit the trifecta. Once again, we've done no business in January. And I mean, can you blame me? We've got £20,000 in our transfer budget. I just go so all in during the transfer window at the start of the season that it's just going to keep happening, lads. But let's see how we finish this third season. So we've actually had a pretty good second half of the season, going up from 18th to 13th, and we have a pretty stereotypical mid-table season. Surely next season we've got to be pushing up to these promotion spots. A few more good signings, players growing. We should be in a good position moving forward. I kind of feel like we've gotten over the hump, but that might just be our famous last words. Regardless though, Las Palmas and Zaragoza have been automatically promoted. And El Clasico Copa de España, which Real Madrid win, and Sporting take down Granada to go up to La Liga again. And a Manchester derby in the Champions League final, which is won by the blue half of Manchester City. And Real Madrid take down Liverpool to win the Europa League final. I'll tell you what, Liverpool have been unlucky in Europa Leagues this season, this rebuild. So definitely a bit of improvement here in Season 3. Hopefully Season 4 just cracks this rebuild right open. We can just take off and not look back. Season 4 with CF Reus. Let's get into it. Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly say a big thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring today's video. OneFootball is a free to download footballing app where you can get all the latest footballing news, rumors, scores, basically everything football related. I've really been using it this month to keep up to date with all the preseason friendlies and most importantly, the crazy transfer window. As mentioned, the app is free to download and is available on both iOS and Android. So make sure you either click the link in the description or head to the App Store to download it today. Once again, a big thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring today's video. Let's get right back into the video. So as we begin Season 4 here with CF Reus, I wanted to focus on getting a couple of free agent signings in. It was just the smart thing to do. One of them has accepted here. I actually want the left back to come in more, but a good rotational striker here who could turn into somebody good is Elio Nicolas Acuna Muto. I'm just going to call him Acuna Muto, the Brazilian striker, in on a free deal. And there it is, the left back that I wanted, Nikola Sorgic, a Serbian left back, 70 rated, going to come straight into our starting 11. Welcome to CF Reus. And a new starting striker for our side here. It is a German striker, Jonathan Burkhardt, joining us here from Mainz in the Bundesliga for just over £1 million. He had a release clause, we activated it, and now he is a CF Reus man. And we get a bit of big club experience here as Ethan Laird signs across from Manchester United for £3.1 million. Probably overpaid in terms of the wages, but this kid should be a great addition to our side for the next few seasons. So we're only making additions in this window. Acuna Muto, Sorgic, Burkhardt, and Laird all into the squad. And the good thing is now, in our starting 11, everybody has a star head. No more blank faces in the starting lineup, which is good to see. We're starting to fill out the roster as well, so positive signs ahead with CF Reus. I want to start making a push for promotion, however. Let's see how we're going halfway through this fourth season. This is more like it, lads. We find ourselves sitting in fourth position in the playoffs at the moment. But if you look at our record, we've got 9 draws and just 2 losses. So that's really holding us back from getting automatic promotion. If we can get things into the winners column in the second half of the season, we will be a favourite for automatic promotion, which would be absolutely awesome. We are going to make another free agent signing here, just trying to get some good foundations, or continue to bring in good foundations. Flavien Gravillon, the Frenchman, joining us here on a free deal. He might not be a world beater, but he's going to be solid for our squad. So just the one signing of Gravillon in this window, but I guess it's good that we made a signing because we've broken the drought of January signings. Let's see how we end Season 4. We finished 5 points away from automatic promotion there. Malaga and Valladolid automatically go up. We finish in 3rd position, but we are in the playoffs, fighting it out with Vallecano, Oviedo, and Granada. Scrolling down the table to look at the other results, not that we're too worried now. It's so nice, we've gone from just bottom of the table to the playoffs like that, but we're going to have to wait and see if we're headed up to La Liga next season. In the Copa de España, it was Barcelona who won there. We're going up to La Liga in next season, in season number 5. Finally, lads, taking down Vallecano 3-2 in the playoff final and Granada 3-0 in the semi-finals. So we are finally out of the second division. And now the big challenge is surviving La Liga. Man City have won the Champions League here in Season 4, and Liverpool have taken down Real Betis to win the Europa League. Season 4 has been a standout season, but now we have to turn our attention as we get into Season 5, into La Liga. Can we survive the big leagues? Look, I thought CF Reus getting into La Liga was unrealistic, but Poland have won the World Cup. What? We have started this season off with a player departure. Chechu Grana, our third string goalkeeper, off to Young Boys in Switzerland for £620,000. Oh my god, we sold Mane. No, not Sadio. It's our new Mane, headed to Lech Poznan for £460,000. Had you fooled there, didn't I? So again, I want to have a good mix of bringing in younger players that can build up the squad without us realizing, and also bringing in starting stars. So I've signed 2 more free agent players here. Anthony Roberts, an English midfielder signing here, 65 rated, a good player to have. And then Francesco Cavallini, a very, very multi-talented player on the right-hand side of the midfield, on the right-hand side of the field, from Italy. He will also sign. If we're going to survive relegation, we need somebody between the sticks that is of a decent quality. So we've gone and spent £14.2 million on Unai Simon, coming across from Strasbourg in the French league, a Spanish goalkeeper. Hopefully he can help us stay up. And an addition to our defense as we sign Ethan Mpardu from AZ in the Dutch league. The Welsh centre-back formerly of Chelsea has signed for £11 million. Very excited to see what he can do. And Dome has gone to Bruges for £660,000. So we have really had a signal of intent as we start life in La Liga. Cavallini, Roberts, Simon and Mpardu all into the club. Grana, Mane and Dome out of the club. Is this a side worthy of surviving relegation? I honestly am not sure, but I'm keen to get a better idea halfway through the season on January 1st. Yeah, so we are in the dogfight, but the thing that gives me hope is that we are picking up a lot of draws and we're 6 points clear of the drop zone. It's just a matter, we're very similar to where we were last season, where we need to convert those draws into wins. If we do that, we will be sweet, but not the worst start, obviously not the best start. But in my mind, anything that isn't relegation is a success this season. We are going to make our first pre-contract signing here in charge of CF Reus, and it is a very exciting one. Nicolo Zaniolo, the Italian midfielder, joining us from Roma next season on a free transfer. Very excited to have this guy into the squad. He is surely going to shake things up. All I hope is that he's playing for us in La Liga and not back down in the second division. So Zaniolo coming in next season is going to be so damn good for the side. Like I said, let's hope we're playing La Liga. Let's see how we finish Season 5. Let's go! Look how tight that table is. There is 9 points between 20th place Malaga and 13th place Sevilla. Unfortunately, we have fallen in the middle of the pack, finishing in 16th position, 2 points clear. Valladolid, Las Palmas and Malaga all down to the second division. There's a big gap as well. Barcelona finished in 10th, which is surprising. Betis in second. Real Madrid, though, are La Liga champions. Real Betis are turning into a very strong side. They have won the Copa de España as well this season. Barcelona, despite their terrible season in La Liga, have managed to win the Champions League, taking down the reigning champions Manchester City 3-1. And Borussia Mönchengladbach have took down Manchester United to win the Europa League. So this is exactly what I wanted to happen this season. We have had a blinder of a season. We've survived relegation, and we've got Nicolo Zaniolo coming in next season. Let's crack on Season 6 of the CF Reus rebuild. A large portion of our transfer budget has gone to the signing of this man here. It is John Lukumi, the Colombian centre-back, joining us from Hertha Berlin, £16.7 million. A player departure here as Jordi Uribe is headed to San Lorenzo for £2.2 million. And Ruben Henry is also out of the club, off to Sarsfield for £2.5 million. Again, there's some good free agent players on the market here, and that's what we're going to have to keep doing partially whilst we're waiting for more money to come into the club. But this guy here looks like an absolute weapon. Jose Carlos Cobian, a Mexican midfielder, already 73 rated. We're going to pick him up, and he could seriously break into our starting lineup in the coming season. And then two more pieces of business. Lucas is out of the club for £820,000, and we pick up our second free agent player, Matias Pereira, a Chilean left winger, 70 rated. Welcome to CF Reus. I kind of want to bring Marco Reus into the club just for the meme status, but I don't think we can still afford him. Plus the fact that he's 34, it might be a bad investment. I don't know, we'll see. Iker Goujon is the latest player to depart the club. He is headed to the championship, signing with Leeds United for £4 million. And a new right midfielder into the club here. We have managed to pick up Emmanuel Dennis, the Nigerian right midfielder from Atalanta. They had a release clause of £11.5 million on him. His value is £28 million, so we definitely got a bargain here. But welcome to CF Reus. Well, that was a pretty insane transfer window. 4 players in, 4 players out. Also, you'd say 5 in because of Zaniolo, but our starting 11 now looks pretty nice. Some of our players starting to creep over 80. We've got more 80 rated plus players than 70s, which is awesome to see. Making good progress here with CF Reus. Let's hope our league standings reflect that. We are by no means in clearance of the relegation battle. In fact, I think we're in exactly the same position in terms of points to the relegation zone as last season, but we're sitting in 12th, and that's a positive sign. Who's leading the league? It's Barcelona. They're having a bit of a bounce back season, but mid-table is what I want, and right now mid-table is where we are. And our good performances aren't going unnoticed. We've been offered the role at Genoa in Serie A, but that's getting rejected. Yeah, no surprise that after that crazy opening window we had in the summer, we've done nothing in January. Feels good to be back doing nothing in January, but mid-table's the goal. I think this side could probably get there. We're strong in certain areas, weak in others, but let's see how this season finishes up. Let's go, lads. We've had a very good second half of the season. Definitely, yeah, wow, 8th position. So we were nowhere near the European spots, but we have finished in 8th position. That's well above where I expected. Not even close to the relegation zone. Granada, Espanyol, and Deportivo all going down. Bilbao and Sevilla having pretty bad seasons, but I will definitely take 8. Barcelona did win the Copa de España. Have we gotten close to that? Did we make the round of 16? No, we've had a shocker in that tournament, eliminated by Deportivo in the round of 32. The Champions League stays in Spain as Atletico Madrid take down Man United, and Tottenham have stopped Borussia Mönchengladbach from going back-to-back in the Europa League, beating them 2-0 in the final. So this season, yeah, it exceeded my expectations. We're starting to really get the ball rolling here with CF Reus, which is brilliant to see. Maybe, just maybe, we'll make a push for European football as we move into Season 7. Season number 7 begins with a new striker signing. We have brought in Willem Gubels, the French striker from AS Roma. 80 rated, just 22 years of age. He has signed for £17.5 million. Imad El Kabou has left the club here. The Moroccan striker heading to Santos for £3.1 million. And Danny Rayner also leaving the club, £7.1 million for him to head to the Premier League, off to Huddersfield. It's taken me a little while here, but with 2 days remaining in the transfer window, we have spent £22.5 million on a new left winger. It is Emile Smith-Rowe coming across from Arsenal for £22.5 million. Welcome, mate. So a 2-for-2 window here, but we've made big strides. Gubels and Smith-Rowe into the club, El Kabou and Rayner out of it. And now we're slowly getting to the point where our entire starting 11 is 80 rated or above. Sorgic and Pardew and Led need to pick up the slack. and then we'll be in a great position. But let's see what sort of a position we are in come January 1st. Alright, well this is a bit of a weird looking table. We're coming in 5th, but that's not the weirdest thing. Alaves are 1st in La Liga, Celta Vigo 2nd, Real Madrid 3rd, Atletico Madrid 5th, 4th I should say, but we sit in 5th with a serious chance of pushing for Champions League football here. I just want to make Europa League football this season. As long as we're continuously improving, that is fantastic to see. You can see Valladolid, Cadiz, and Eibar in the relegation zone, but a very weird looking La Liga table. Let's go, fellas. We're going to make our second pre-contract signing of this CF Reus rebuild. I put in offers for both Marcus Rashford and Vinicius Jr. Jr. rejects our offer, but Rashford accepts it, meaning that the Englishman will be joining us in season number 8 as our star striker, 90 rated. That is a game changer. So damn excited to have Marcus Rashford into the side next season. He's going to probably slot in place of Sandoval, but the side coming together, led the only one without an 80 rating now, so probably look to upgrade right back next season. But hopefully Champions League or Europa League football is headed our way in season number 8. We are Champions League bound for season number 8 because CF Reus have finished 4th in La Liga. Alaves have slipped. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, they have caught up. Atletico end up winning the league, but I don't care because we are going to get a lot of money and a chance to complete the rebuild. Now, do I think we will complete the rebuild the next season? No, I don't, but that is brilliant progress. Scrolling down the table, the relegated sides are going to be Valladolid, Eibar, and Cadiz. Unlucky to them, but we are playing Champions League football. Let's go. Barcelona did win the Copa de España on penalties. Man City won the Champions League. Honestly interested to see how we go in the Champions League. And Napoli take down Real Madrid to win the Europa League. It feels weird to me after how much we struggled in the second division that we are now a top 4 team in Spanish football. But here we are, that's life. Champions League football, headed to CF Reus for the first time in season number 8. An absolute steal of a signing to kick off this 8th season as we signed Pedro Porro from fellow Spanish side Girona. £15 million release clause, which we have more than happily activated, and we bring the Spaniard in as our new starting right back. We're getting business done quickly this season, lads. We have brought in Alban Lafont from Fiorentina. The French goalkeeper signs for £70 million. That Champions League money is nice, but he is 91 rated, the goalkeeper. And that is a serious upgrade on Unai Simon. We have sold one of our regen players, Akuna Muto, headed to Charleroi for £9.7 million. And we have sold Unai Simon. He has gone to Alaves, so a big improvement for them. But we managed to get about £30 million for his services, which I am very happy with. Triple trouble here. 3 of our no-face starting players have left the club. Modeste off to Brøndby, Ionia off to whatever that club name is, and Villa off to Vitoria. And Griffey has left for the Turkish leagues for £1.2 million. We've done so much business this window. Another player leaving, it is Paulo Rosales, headed to Gremio for £1.7 million. Trying to get that little piece of money together to finance a new starting centre-back. And a little piece of the puzzle is David Reyes. He is departing for Basel for £1.9 million. He's been here since the early days, but we have moved on. Pedro Neto to Levante. The Portuguese winger is signing for Levante for £11.7 million. And there we go. All the hard work of departures this window has culminated now as we sign Joe Gomez from Arsenal. £54.7 million for the English centre-back. Our backline is getting so strong now. So that transfer window was a little bit busy. We did a ridiculous amount of business here. £139 million worth of player in, £69 million of player out. And look at that starting 11. Still certain areas that need improving, but I am very, very intrigued to see what sort of a spot we're going to be like in the Champions League this season. So, for the first time in this rebuild, let's go and check out our group. Dortmund, Fenerbahce, and Basel. Group C, it's a group I expect us now to get out of. I would assume that probably the way the table's set up here is how it's going to conclude, but stranger things have happened. Let's see if we get past the Champions League group stages at the first time of asking. So, not as spot on as I predicted it, but the end result is still a good one because we have qualified into the round of 16 of the Champions League here. It's ourselves and Dortmund out of the group. Who are we versing in the round of 16? Manchester City. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. They always have a good side in career mode, especially when we're 8 seasons deep. That's going to be a real test. And on the 1st of January in La Liga, we aren't having an incredible start to the season. I really think from now on we need to be finishing top 4, no questions asked every season. But the fact that we're sitting in 7th isn't filling me with confidence. We are in a good spot in the fact that we're only 2 points out of the top 4. But we need to start getting wins after win after win. Given our pretty ridiculous opening window, I haven't been able to do any business in this window. No pre-contracts. I don't want to abuse the pre-contracts either, but this is what the side looks like. It's going to be interesting to see how we hold up against Manchester City, but we're going to get straight into that game against Pep Guardiola's side. Alright, the home leg here as we face Man City, our first ever experience in the Champions League knockout rounds. How are we going to go? They've got a good side here. Odriozola, Edison, Kehrer, Laporte. Foden would be a gun, and they get an away goal through Phil Foden. This side is superior to ours, but Rashford has equalised. Jesus misses a penalty, thankfully. Conceding 2 away goals is pretty shit. They've got Havertz on the bench who they've brought on. That is a hack. Right, we've gone 2-1 up. Gaetan puts us 2-1 up. What's it going to finish? It finishes 2-1. We've got the advantage, but Man City have an away goal, so I still think we need to score in the away leg. The simple way to put it is that if we score an away goal and don't concede, we'll be going through to the quarterfinals, but that's Manchester City we're versing after all, so definitely not an easy task. We are 2-1 up here. The fact that there is nothing happening at the moment fills me with a lot of confidence because I know the way this game works. And when nothing happens, a lot of the time it ends up as a 0-0 draw. And I'm hoping that is the case here again. Laporte picks up an injury for City. They are running out of time. Let's hold on, Reus. Are we headed? There we go. We're through to the quarterfinals. Thank you, FIFA gods. Maybe we are a good side. I thought City were going to batter us. Absolutely batter us. But we've made it through to the quarterfinals. Feels like FIFA's trying to make us do the Pep Guardiola World Tour here because we've been matched up with Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals here. Some interesting sides still alive like Lazio and Leipzig, but can we get past Bayern Munich and into the semi-finals at the first time of asking? That would be quite astonishing in all honesty. The home leg up first here, which I do not like, and Lukumi has been suspended for it. Kerr coming in because surprisingly he has overtaken Pardew in overall. Castile's in goals. They've got a good side, but nowhere near as good as Man City's in my opinion, and we've actually taken the lead in the 11th minute. But I'm more worried about keeping a clean sheet here. They've got Moise Kean. Oh, Moise Kean has equalised for them, just as I realised they had Moise Kean. We've gone 2-1 up though. Dennis is killing it. Rashford makes it 3-1. Oh my god, we are 3-1 up here against Bayern Munich in the first leg. I'd much rather 3-0, but holy shit, that is good. 3-1 up here. Lasumi, whatever his name is, back into the starting 11. The one thing that worries me is Bayern Munich's away goal. If they can score... Oh, Rashford could have got us an away goal and put that concern out of our mind. A penalty missed in the first minute there. And Keane has made it 3-2 now on aggregate. Come on, let's get ourselves an away goal. Süle gets a red card for Bayern Munich, which is huge. Come on, we've got 20 minutes to hold on and get ourselves through to the semi-finals. Zaha on for Sessegnon. Final moments. Zaniolo is going to get us an away goal. We have taken down Bayern Munich and we are through. Oh my god, we are through to the Champions League semi-finals here. An all-Spanish affair in the Champions League semi-finals as we face Real Madrid. The other semi-final is between Liverpool and PSG. But my God, do we have a big task ahead of us if we want to get to the final. And a big blow as well, as our American captain Sands is injured in this first leg. So Ethan and Pardew will jump into center defensive midfield there. They have a good side here. Lunin is a gun player. They've got Asensio, Brahim. Look at that bench as well. This is a very good side. Goebbels is injured, which isn't good. Goals for both sides though. Richarlison gets them an away goal, which hurts. We have a goal though, an equaliser. Dennis, he's been so good for us this Champions League knockout round. Oh, I was about to say we're in a massive advantage, but a second away goal there for Real Madrid. They're 2-2 up. I would say they're up because of the away goal advantage. So Sands is still out and Goebbels is out as well. The odds are not on our side. We need to score. Rashford and Dennis look like our best options, and Brahim has put Real Madrid 3-2 up here. So we're going to have to score 2 goals. No questions asked. We're running out of time. Brahim, shit, we still need to score 2 goals if we want to send it to extra time. I looked at signing Brahim, but he's really hurt us here. It's not going to be, is it, lads? We've got 20 minutes to score 2 goals, but it looks like we're going to be eliminated in the semi-finals here. Brahim makes it 3-0. We've been dominated by Real Madrid in this semi-final second leg, 5-2 on aggregate. The good news is we have pulled it together in La Liga in this second half of the season and finished second place, so actually better than last season. But the most important part is we have qualified again in Season 9 for the Champions League. Surely, if we got that deep this year against that good of a quality opponent, we should be going all the way next season, I would hope. That is at least the goal. Barcelona finishing top of the league. And as we scroll down, Malaga, Osasuna, and Sporting are relegated. Let's go! We have won the Copa de España this season, 1-0 over Valencia. Real Madrid ended up losing in the Champions League final this season to Liverpool. The scoreline in that one, 2-1. So it's a lot of continental success in Merseyside. Everton, Europa League champions. So close, but yet so far this season. I still believe we have a lot of room to grow with this side, and hopefully we can go all the way next season with CF Reus. We are going all out this season, lads. We want that Champions League title. We have signed Marco Asensio from Real Madrid, £64.9 million for the Spanish winger. Alexander Rupp is the latest player to join us here at CF Reus. The regen signs from Nîmes Olympique, £49 million for him, and it is a great pickup. Just 24 years of age, already 87 overall. This guy should continue to grow rapidly. Kaito Nakamura has left the club here. We've had him for a very long time, but the Japanese midfielder is headed to the Bundesliga, off to Leipzig for 17.2 million. In a move that might come to shock some of you, I have decided to move on Goebbels. I feel like if we are going to win the Champions League this season, we need another star striker. So we've got a pretty good price for the Frenchman. He's off to Bilbao for £64.1 million, almost double his base value. Lads, it has come home. England, World Cup champions. You had a tough opponent in Venezuela in the final, but wow, that should satisfy a lot of my English viewers. It's come home. It's come home. I'm thinking about starting up a singing channel. Thoughts, lads? We get ourselves a new starting striker to replace Goebbels. It is Patrick Cutrone, signing from RB Leipzig, £72.6 million for the Italian. Him and Rashford are going to form a striking partnership not to be messed with. So again, another very busy window to start things off this season. Asensio, Rupp, and Cutrone in. Nakamura and Goebbels out of the club. And honestly, look at that starting 11. That is a beautiful starting 11. The good thing is, players like Sands and Sorgic still have room to grow. So I am very optimistic about this season. let's go and suss out our Champions League group. Okay, yeah, right. So we're in Group E this season, and I would say it's a pretty not easy group because Everton always tend to have good teams in, like, have a good team in career mode. But compared to last season, I would say it's slightly easier. We've got Everton, we've got Anderlecht, we've got Dinamo Kiev. Although, I forgot Everton did win the Europa League last season, so that does throw a bit of a spanner in the works. Anyways, I'll stop worrying about it. I'll just see how we go. So we have topped the group. Everton just behind us. Would have been nice to go undefeated, but we topped the group. We're the number 1 seed. So we're back to the round of 16. Who are we facing? We've got Manchester City again. We can't get away from them. Man City again. And it seems like the quality of sides remaining in this season are a lot stronger than the last. But it's Man City again in the round of 16. And again, a bit of a slow start in La Liga. Too many losses, man. 7 losses is not good. We find ourselves in 5th. I wanted to go for the La Liga title this season. And yes, I know it's not the La Liga because in Spanish, La means the, just La Liga. Again, no business done this transfer window for the pure fact that I love our starting 11. This is such a gun side. And I genuinely think we can go the distance with this side, but we're going to have to take it a game at a time. Man City will want revenge after last season, so let's not allow them to get it. Catrone is suspended for the first leg here, so we have put Dennis into the starting 11. He can play striker. And I mean, he did score a lot of goals for us last season, so he is hoping he can do it again. Have they improved their side? I think they've brought in Caldara. They've got a good side again, though. It's probably a quite aging squad, though, but we want to get away goals. We want to have a strong lead headed into the second leg. Easier said than done. Jesus misses a penalty, which is fantastic. That's good. Half an hour to go here. Still 0-0. Nobody scoring yet. Cunha on for Jesus. Substitutions happening everywhere. Sane gets a yellow card for City. Is it going to finish as a scoreless stalemate? No! Come on, Sandoval! Our first signing in this entire rebuild 9 seasons ago has got us an away goal in the 90th minute off the bench. You beauty. Our defense is about to step up, I surely hope. As we get into the second leg here, we have an away goal advantage. A clean sheet's all we need. If we can score, though, that would be absolutely brilliant. If nothing happens, then I am stoked. Gomez getting a yellow card, which isn't great. PSG and Real Madrid facing each other. We get a goal, though, through Pedro Porro. How good is that? We are 2-0 up, so City need to score 2 goals. Now they need to score 3. Marcus Rashford doubles our advantage. Get all the good players off. We're surely headed to the quarterfinals. For the second straight year, we have eliminated Manchester City from the Champions League. Bloody hell is this? Oh, this is destiny surely, because last season we took out Man City in the round of 16. Last season we took out Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals. Who did we beat this year in the round of 16? Who are we facing this year in the quarterfinals? My God, man, we are facing Bayern Munich again. And look at that, Real Madrid is still alive. I swear to God, if we beat Bayern Munich and get Real Madrid in the semi-finals, I am going to flip out. But we need to focus on actually beating Bayern Munich first. So here we go. The home leg is up first here. Come on, lads. Full strength starting 11. Catrone gets his game in. He gets in. So who have they brought in from last season? Nobody that I can recognize straight up. Maybe Christensen, but it looks very similar to the side they had last season. They get an away goal through Sessegnon, but Asensio equalizes. Not good to see Ryan Sessegnon getting a goal. Come on, Sessegnon. I'm a Fulham fan. Why'd you have to do this to me? You've already broken my heart once this year. We're down. They're ahead on away goals, but we're all tied up. We may as well be down. And it's going to end as a 1-1 draw. That is concerning. Okay, fellas, here we go. It is the second leg away at the Allianz Arena. We have a full strength starting 11, but we need to score goals, and that is not what we're after. Serge Gnabry puts Bayern Munich in front within 2 minutes, but Asensio gets us an away goal. So no longer do Bayern Munich have an away goal advantage. It is all tied up here. 2-2 on aggregate. Catrone comes off already, which is worrying. He hasn't been good for us in these knockout rounds. Gnabry puts Bayern up. Zaniolo equalizes. If we hold on, we will go through an away goals rule. And we hold on. The away goals rule helps us out. Zaniolo scores. Rashford with a yellow card, but we're back to the semi-finals. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Real Madrid in the semi-finals. I wish I said to you I was rigging this. I wish that I could somehow rig this. That would make my life a hell of a lot easier if I could rig the draw. But we have been matched up against Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-finals. It is an all-English clash and an all-Spanish clash across both legs. We need our revenge. We need to get past Real Madrid and into the Champions League final. A big blow for the first leg, however, as Marcus Rashford is suspended, meaning Dennis will come into the starting 11. We are away at the Santiago Bernabeu. Zaniolo in the first minute gets us an away goal. How crucial is that? They get an equaliser though through Junior, which isn't great. But I'm very happy to have an away goal on the board. Gomez gets a yellow card. I think he will get suspended, but Asensio against his former side makes it 2-1. We have 2 away goals here. Come on, can we push for a third? Final minutes? No, that's not what we needed. Chiesa off the 88th minute gets an equaliser for Madrid, but we do have 2 very crucial away goals. We are 1 massive performance away from a Champions League final. A clean sheet will see us go through. An early goal for us would be nice though. I don't want any injuries or suspensions though. That would be a dream scenario. If we go through without injuries or suspensions, Rashford makes it 3-2 on aggregate. That is good to see. Come on, we're nearing halfway. If this stays exactly the same, I am stoked. Catrone must have terrible stamina. Roop gets a yellow card. I hope that's not bad. Junior equalizes for Real Madrid. We still have the advantage though on away goals rule. We need to hold on. Final few moments. There we go. We get through to the Champions League final. 3-3, but away goals rule sends us through. All I'm hoping now is that Rupp is not suspended for the final, but will be versing either United or Liverpool. The Champions League final in season number 9. CF Reus versus Liverpool. Liverpool, the reigning champions, both in real life and in this rebuild. They won the Champions League against Real Madrid last season. We've taken down Real Madrid, and now we're looking to take down Jurgen Klopp's men. It was a North London derby in the Europa League final, with Arsenal taking down Tottenham 2-0. We have scraped into the top 4 this season. Definitely not the title challenging season we expected. Too many losses for that, but we have qualified for next season's Champions League if we don't win today against Liverpool. But Barcelona, once again champions of Spain, whilst Valladolid, Cadiz and Deportivo are all relegated. We did take down Barcelona in the Supercopa at the start of the season, however, but unfortunately we lost in the Copa de España final. We couldn't go back-to-back in that tournament as we go down 1-0 to Atletico Madrid. We will have a full strength starting 11 as we get into the Champions League final against Liverpool, however. What a side we have managed to build out in these 9 seasons. Only, I believe, 2 or 3 players from the original squad have remained. We have just done so much business in terms of the entire squad. Our starting 11 is brand new. Everything is basically brand new, but I am very excited to see how this squad performs in the Champions League final. It is CF Reus versus Liverpool.
Taking me down and out, you made it look like it was easy, so easy, lifting me off the ground. I'm moving on like it was.
It is one of the most difficult rebuilds we have ever been a part of, but will CF Reus be finally crowned European champions? Let's find out. Liverpool on the attack early in this one. Good defense from Zaniolo. Liverpool have had most of the opportunities, mainly because when I get the ball, I'm putting in terrible passes. They go through to Jovic. His shot is blocked. Well defended. Now let's hit them on the counter. I'm watching those runs there. Catrone needs to make a better run. We're going to go to the top to Rashford, who I hope is onside. Rashford touch, shot, goal, but he is offside. Far out. Offside by much. Yeah, if I played that half a second early, we'd probably be 1-0 up right now. Here we go. We're going to play it early to Catrone, who hits it over to Rashford, who goes to Smith Rowe. We're going to go back post Catrone, the diving header. Still on. Hit! Oh, what a save from Alisson. It was great technique from Zaniolo, but we do get the corner from it. It goes in there. Out to Pedro Porro, who's going to hit it first time. Cleared. That was probably going to be 1-0. The centre-back Rupp. Green timed it, but it's cleared. Barrea on the attack here. Going to Kent. Kent coming through for Liverpool. We've got to head this away. We do. Yes, good clearance there, or half clearance. Just good ability to get rid of the ball out of the danger zone. And we actually might be in a good spot here because Catrone has played that one beautifully to Marcus Rashford, who has fired us into the lead before halftime here. That was an absolutely beautiful counter-attacking goal. Beautiful link-up play between Catrone and Rashford. What a ball, but ultimately what a finish from Marky Mark. Marcus Rashford just times it perfectly off the left foot. 1-0 CF Reus. Kessie's coming through here for Liverpool. On the stroke of half-time, Malcolm. He hits that. It's saved from Lafont. I thought we were going to get absolutely destroyed there. Beautiful ball control there, and oh my god! Zaniolo! Oh, we green timed and it was saved by Alisson, but that ball control from Catrone was incredible. Half an hour to go on this one. Liverpool are on the attack. Fabinho defending with Zaniolo. Defensive mid against attacking mid. They go to Nico Barrea. San's defending. They play that one through. Saved to the feet of Lafont. We're just going to clear that one away. Oh, well won from Pedro Porro, but now he's out of position. Going to have to bring Zaniolo back to right back. And it's actually worked out beautifully because he's made the tackle. And now we're on the counter-attack. Come on, can Zaniolo's defensive pressure get rewarded? Catrone in there. It's hit, but it's a terrible header. Come on, Sans. Looking for some support. Catrone to Sans again. I see you, Smith Rowe. Can he finish it off in the 88th minute? Smith Rowe has little stamina left. But he's going to get half a cross in. There we go, proper cross. Just a shite finish. We've got 2 minutes to hold on here. Well won from Rupp. I'm not going to push for the second goal. I just want to maintain possession. If we can get a shot off in the process, then I'll be happy. But it looks like we're going to be champions of Europe with CF Reus. Let's get a goal for the cherry on top. No, but Alisson doesn't have time to get it up the end. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the CF Reus rebuild complete. It's the most highly requested rebuild we have ever worked on, and it has finally been accomplished. If you enjoyed today's rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. I will let you savor these title celebrations. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.
To get your attention, if I try, you're like, don't talk to me. I'm so miserable, cynical, emotional. You're so hard, I don't get that game to play. But you're wonderful, cynical, emotional. But you hate me. You tell your stories, but it ain't me. Yeah, it's on a ship, it's different. And then he told you about it, use me till I'm gone. Would you like me if I do what you want? Tell me fast, I'll see if I'll get down.